Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game, and we are returning to the wars of German unification. We have boldly started our play against Austria, France, and Russia at the same time. And things are going okay-ish. We have conquered Hanover, we have made some inroads against Bavaria and France. We are holding off against the Russians on the Eastern Front, although the Austrians themselves do cause us trouble in Silesia and Saxony. But our hope is that if we can push into Bavaria and maybe a little bit into France, we're going to kick out these powers and hopefully get the Austrians to surrender. We do not know, but that at least is our hope. The war has been costing a lot of lives so far. It's about 1 million dead. That's very significant for the 19th century, at least in Europe. Of course, some of the revolutions in China. Ooh, speaking of, they are fighting off against the Heavenly Kingdom, it seems. You know what, let's look at that. So, you guys, you are actually independent. Oh wow, we've got the Heavenly Kingdom established over here. I think you're Protestant. Interesting. Yeah, but let's not get derailed. So, 1 million dead, that's significant for Europe, wouldn't be significant for Asia. I think the American Civil War was about 1 million dead. Probably. The Wars of German Unification, actually much less bloody affair. I think the original German-Austrian affair, about 40,000 dead. And against France, I would say maybe 10 times that, so 400,000. So even though the war hasn't been concluded yet, this one is much, much more significant. As I said, much more on par with the wars of 100 years earlier, actually. So without further ado, let's hit the game over here and see how things are going to turn out. We are really hoping that some of these battles go our way. I'm not too sure about here in France. That's not critical. These things are a little bit more critical. We are hopefully beating back the Russians over here. We are certainly not going to prevail against the 64 Austrian divisions, but I'm slightly hoping at least that we can beat some of these Bavarians down here. It doesn't look like much, but at least we have some advantage over here. We are fighting against, we have 10 divisions against 17, 9 against 17. It doesn't seem likely that we're going to win this. No. I think we're going to lose that battle, but if we could occupy all of that, we'd be much closer to actually winning off against them. But look at that, against France over here, that looks a little bit promising actually. Let's double check on that, because I think we're actually advancing here into France, and I'm not sure that's what we want. I think we would be much better off in holding over here, even though we're actually winning this battle. But look at the costs of that. We've got 5,000 dead. We're occupying a lot more France over here, but is that really worth it? I do wonder. And these guys over here have actually very little morale. Should we continue to push? I think we're gonna be holding against France over here for a second. And again, hope that we're gonna win on some of these other fronts. Notice how we've got 300 troops fighting 500 here. But it still seems like we're winning. It also seems like we've beaten back these 63 divisions of Russians. So that's nice to see. But again, I think it all hinges on the battles in Bavaria, and this one is going to be a failure. But we've got now 146 divisions down here. That's nice. Socialism unlocked. That's not necessarily great for us, because people are going to expect more standard of living, but we have got the highest standard of living worldwide. We actually, I think the, Saxon mining, and that's a small state. Norway is probably one of the biggest ones. France there. So doing okay-ish. Okay, battle here of the Brits against the Austrians, and it seems like the Brits are winning, so that's nice to see. The French are throwing themselves against our lines. That's very good, because we're certainly going to win that. This one again is a bit more tougher, like 2-to-1 advantage there for the French. And down here, I think the Austrians are soon going to see a battle down here. Oh no, is this battle technically... Okay, that battle is technically part of the Austrian front, and this one over here is of the Bavarian front. And it seems like we are winning here. 32 divisions against 28. That's good. That's good. If we can push further into Bavaria, I'm fairly confident that we can win. If we can get this 83% of war goals up and running a little bit stronger, that would be fantastic. Let's make sure, yes, our economy is very unhealthy. Yes, we're seeing a lot of bad stuff over there. Silesia and Brunswick have low market access, so you guys do need to continue building up your rail infrastructure. We are already building 2 rails there. And Silesia, you know what, let's build another one. I think it might be partially due to occupation, but we also see that transportation is something that we should probably just continue to build it, and we are not really fulfilling our building decree here, so I think we're all right here. Oh, I am paused still. Yeah, this battle is going in our favor. This one is for sure. Actually, the Brits are pushing against the Austrians there very successfully, so that's also good to see. And I'm fairly happy, honestly, on how this war is going so far. I was expecting to be trashed, and honestly, it's a tough one. This is a tough battle, but it seems like we're doing okay-ish. But it's still 83%. I would have expected that maybe we need to occupy this fully. But yeah, potentially it's alright. Another battle over here. It seems the Austrians are attacking this time, which is good. I want them to attack. I want them to throw their forces against ours, because we are going to win. But I do want to have a good battle down here. Let's hope that, I don't want to jinx it, but let's hope that it's a significant battle involving a lot of our forces, and it is. So that's good. Didn't jinx it there. Yeah, it seems like we are bringing in enough forces here, so that's brilliant. This, on the other hand, I said that I like if they are attacking, but this one is a bit too much. 100 French divisions against 27 of our own. That is not going to be enough. Yeah, but this one we are going to win. I think we are going to win against the Russians there. And we are most certainly going to win against the against the Bavarians down here in Bavaria itself. We are pushing in on towards Munich, or what would be this region? Passau, maybe? Yeah, but I think, yeah, we should be winning that one. So that's good. This battle down here we're certainly going to lose, but I suppose that's alright. We don't really depend on that. Look at their war exhaustion here. Yeah, we are now controlling 100% of our stuff, of the war gold, so that's good. Russia is out of the war. That's a big one. That's good. So our troops are moving all over the place, I'm seeing, which is okay-ish. We've got a lot of troops down here now. You are pushing up against the Austrians there. So we've got now a big frontier against Austria, right? Since we have occupied Bavaria there. That's good. The Austrians were actually against the Russians. We didn't have a single war goal, so that was okay. How are things looking here? Who's really reluctant? Bavaria would actually accept this, and they might soon. Hanover and Baden won't, so that's okay-ish. Shouldn't we have a front line against Bavaria here? We don't. Okay, we are defending over here against France. That's okay. Let's continue to defend against France, and I suppose what we're going to do down here is we're going to push against Austria. We could, of course, continue to defend. It wouldn't be the worst idea ever, but I think I would like this war to be concluded a little bit faster, and if we could occupy a little bit more of their lands, that'd be brilliant. Also, if we could get our lands to not be occupied anymore, that would also be kind of nice, because we are also losing some war support. Let's not forget that. We're losing 2 per tick. They are losing 4 per tick. It's going better for us than it's going for them, but still, we are losing men, they are losing men. It's not clear how this is going to go. But yeah, since the Brits are pushing anyway, I think it's a good thing to try to support that. But at least the front lines are a lot more clearer now, so that at least is okay. I suppose we can go a little bit faster here now. Yeah, okay, come on, lose that battle, win this one. Ooh dear, what's going on here now? Okay, they've cut us off, but we don't have any troops in there, so that's okay. Someone is traveling over there, I don't know who, but that's gonna be okay. And yeah, I think we just won that battle down here, so that's good too. We are occupying most of Austria now, actually, so that's fantastic. Our war support is 0 at this point, but they are losing 4. We're losing a little bit because the enemy is controlling war golds. I'm not too sure which one. They're also controlling some of our territory here in Silesia and Saxony. Not a good battle here. 10 divisions only from our 640. And again, that's always so stupid when we're just pulling not enough troops into these battles. And it looks like, even though we have got a massive defensive advantage here, the French are... they're even dealing more damage to us than we're dealing to them. Not good. Not good at all. But we're bringing more forces here. Who's traveling here? But we are defending, so that should be okay. Let's see whether we can beat the Austrians. Enlistment. We've got more conscriptical battalions. I'm not sure whether these are going to be employed immediately or not. Mobilization. We've got the telegraph. 3 years for defensive in depth. For more army defense? No. Mobilization. Good requirements? No. I think after the war we're immediately going to look for ways to free up more people. So let's do that now, so that we have got a good potential there. Right, gonna lose this battle. Probably gonna lose this battle, so things aren't going great for us right now. But yeah. Hanover is capitulating, and France is capitulating. Good. Very, very good indeed. So that means we've got now all of our troops on this front line. Fantastic. Can we get more of you to attack then? Notice how weird the front line is looking now. We could almost cut them off there, so that's nice. But yeah, let's make sure that everyone is set to attack. You guys are all set to attack. You aren't. But then again, your morale here is really bad too. So you know what? Let's actually put you in reserve for a second there. Because we've got enough troops here to push forward the advancement progress. And I don't want the actual battles to be fought by people who aren't ready. Because that's just sometimes not that useful. Right, come on. Also, it's nice to not take that much attrition. So yeah, that'd be fantastic. Oh, fighting for Saxony? But 16? Why? Why only use 16 divisions? I don't get that. Is it because the commander can only command up to a certain number? Yeah, but then why not use the better commander? It just doesn't, it's just not nice. By the way, how's the casualty count looking? Oh, it's actually lower now, but that must be because we're not counting the French and Russian dead anymore. Too bad. Also too bad that these battles here are not going in our favor. But over time, you know, they must. They've got 600 divisions, we've got 750. We are running the advantage now. We didn't before. But they are very close to accepting. They're very, very close. Curiously, Great Britain would need to do that too. We're pressing everything, aren't we? Okay, now the UK would accept. Bavaria will accept. Only the Austrians are not quite there yet, but I think they will be soon. Notice how there's so much turmoil now in sort of everywhere. And they're losing troops. That's very good. Ooh, there's something that doesn't look good. Excellent idea. Recovery rate in Silesia or recovery rate in everywhere. Let's do it everywhere. Because I'm not too sure where these battles are actually counting. So that's good. What's actually a good event there? Notice how their war support is critical at this point. It's critically low. But yeah, we need to lose this battle simply so that we can start another one and hope that that is going to be better. Also, we will soon need to do some construction work because things are just not great at the moment. Okay, Silesia, you do need another railway. And who else? Saxony. Let's build that up. Livestock ranches. What's going on there? Are you don't you have enough power? Why? 33. We have 80 buy orders. Okay, that means we need to build up these power plants. No, we don't have enough people working there. Yeah, we are short on people working in all of these places. Yeah, we will need to deal with that later on. We are researching some things that might help out there. Steam Donkey and such, but it's going to take time. If you want peace, the armed forces suggest a more hardline foreign policy against Denmark due to our poor relations. I don't think we have anything against Denmark anymore. That was, of course, historically the case early on in this Schleswig and Holstein question, which we did discuss. But I'm going to accept that because I really want the... Oh, notice that. I didn't notice that. The armed forces. We don't have good enough relationships now, do we? +8. Okay, let's pay them a little bit better. Oh, we're actually not paying them that well at all. Come on now, how are you looking? +10. Okay, that's much better. Because that will give us more offensive power and more defensive power. Let's do a little bit more there, simply so that I don't forget about that and not notice that anything is going on there. But unfortunately, it's the Brits fighting in this battle, which I suppose is okay, because they seem to be doing fine, and they are taking the casualties now, so that's good. And the Austrians at this point seem to be falling a little bit, and that's great. And there we go, Bavaria is accepting, Baden is accepting, Austria is accepting, and that is pretty fantastic. So I think, who else is left? No one, just Krakow. Okay, there we go, we won, and I'm not entirely sure what that will mean in game terms now. New command order, you guys are all going back to your bases, that's fine. Let's go back to paying you less, I suppose. We're losing a little bit of money as is, even though we're not really building much, but that's okay. Okay, we've won this. What now? what happens now? So we would be fighting these guys again. We would have more allies. But, well, these guys could join on either side, couldn't they? France and Russia. How's our infamy looking? We are reputable. We don't have any issue there. We are number 2. After who? Who's number 1? France? It's often France. Okay. Can you not tell me who's number 1? Great power? No. Oh, well, apparently the game doesn't tell me. Curious. Okay, let's have this run for a couple of ticks here. And maybe continue to improve relations. And ask people to join our customs union and such. You wouldn't join. No one would join. Okay, that's unfortunate. Change? No. Hanover? What about Hanover? You could, you just don't want to. Because you really hate us. Well, that's not nice. But we are actually said to be relatively well in terms of our relation. Can't bankroll anyone. Why not, actually? Well, because we don't have enough influence, that's why. Alliance, Württemberg. We do have one with you. Defensive alliance? Improving relations. We are improving relations with the Americans. I don't think we need to do that anymore. Let's stop doing that. Let's stop improving with the UK. I think I want to continue improving with Russia. Can we... Sorry about the background noise there. Can we just straight out ask people to join us? No, not really. Can't do another alliance. Resolve obligations. You know what? Let's do that. Because I'm hoping that improving that with some of these people is going to push them to the point where they would actually join. Just like properly join us. Doesn't seem like it. Curious, curious. Armed forces don't like us, they don't love us for now. There's a lot of devastation in some of these places. So it's interesting to see that technically we need to fight a series of wars. Which of course makes sense historically, and some of these things are really difficult to understand, right? We need to do more there to annex all lesser German. That would give us a lot of infamy. And that sounds like we could just straight out declare war against some of these people and do that piecemeal. Yeah, but people are not supporting Austria anymore, so we are the only one who can do this. But we don't immediately get to do it. Okay, got it. So we have a series of wars. Makes some sense, makes some sense. Question is, do we want to go for that now? I think we have a problem with our economy at the moment, in that we probably have a lot of people who are, yeah, we have very few places where we've got any people who could work, which is largely due to the fact that we've got so much set out against us. UK is improving relations with us. Well, that's nice. Do we want to improve with France? How about, shall we ally something? We've got a rivalry with some of these places. Russia doesn't like us. Who likes us? Who could we be pulling in? Sweden likes us a lot. Russia doesn't. France really does like us. Why can't we go for an alliance with France? Because we've got a single alliance, that's with Württemberg, and Württemberg is occupying that slot. Württemberg, you're probably not the best alliance that we can get. I'm sorry. Goes down by 30, we're going to have a thing there. Well, that's okay. Now we could go for an alliance. Sweden would accept. Bremen, Aalborg. How about France? We would need to be at least cordial. Let's try to get better relations with France. Let's also try to mend our relations with Württemberg. Could go with Sweden. We don't have the influence now. We could try to get there. But no. Okay, let's have that run for a couple of seconds. Baden wishes to accept our trade, our union. Yes, please. Please and thank you. But why is no one accepting? Why is no one applying for membership? Now, the thing is, we could try to go for that one by one, right? We could try to conquer Hanover, conquer Bavaria. If we were to do that one by one, let's say diplomatic plan and just straight out make vassal? No, conquer state. Suppose we were to do that over there. Apparently we can't because we've got a truce. That's fair. Yeah, but we would rack up more infamy. Okay, so the correct way to do that is via the culture. National to via the culture. Germany. Launch unification play. 44. France, Hanover, Sweden. Why on earth is Sweden against us in this? We would have quite a couple of allies there. The big question is, what would Russia and the UK do? UK was with us in the last one. They were fairly effective. But that doesn't mean that they would be in the same team this time. And France is back on their side. But curiously, Austria isn't. That's so weird. So against the French, so we'd be facing off against what? 300, 400, 440, 50, yeah, 450 divisions. How many have we got? 400. I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to go straight into the next war here. Got a number of radicals. That is a thing. We've got turmoil in Alsace. We've got turmoil over there. Things aren't too bad though. I feel we could do it. And I think Russia and Austria would not be able to join. France, for whatever reason, would be able to join. We could add further war goals. I don't think we want to go against the French any further than that. We've got a couple of thousand Germans living in Comté, but it's really not that many. Sweden. I mean, I've really nothing against Sweden. I'm not sure why they would be doing that. What's actually wrong with you that you'd be... You've got a defensive pact with Hanover. Hanover straight out jumped towards protection by Sweden. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, but... And you really hate us, belligerent. Threatening neighbor. And you want to conquer states owned by us? Well, yeah. We actually freed you from being a subject of France, and you straight out go against us here. Yeah, I dislike that. But you know what? I think we are going to do that. But that is going to have to wait until next time. So for now, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'm actually very pleased with us, to be honest. But I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.